It's been a while since this, but yeah. So yeah, this is just One Piece. I don't usually do quite a lot of it, and I've said this before, and I suppose I'll say this again. I know there are arguments to listen to sub. I don't. I do dubbed. Hence why it's like every so often oh, I've watched a new thing of One Piece. I legitimately fully admit that every time I think of One Piece, my search history is so by the way, new spoiler histories. It's yes, this is a bunch of spoilers of stuff that I don't understand because I am not currently at the point. Because they're talking about certain things, I'm like, yes. I fully spoiled myself, and it's bad, and it's not good. But I've been a person where when I first started watching One Piece, I knew about Gear 5. I kind of knew who was going to join the crew, so I was like, you, don't go and join the crew. You, don't. So when it was that, so I've had a history of sort of being hey you join the crew. Don't have, but you are. So that's been a thing. But this, I like. Not only do I'm not doing a joke for One Piece, because there's not a lot of anime openings that I listen to. One of which is the One Piece Egghead, which isn't this one, it's the last one. This one's different. The One Piece Egghead, because I think this is a different song. But the one where they went to Egghead is one that I listen to, so I like it. This is really interesting about it, and learning about it is really fun. But more importantly, one of the things I did like, especially in stuff, is that this is sort of building Bonnie, which is one of, the worst generation. Each one of the recent things I sort of looked into a couple of worst generations, is doing stuff with worst generations, and this one is all looking into Bonnie. And when you have the backstory of Bonnie, and I know his name, but the pacifista who's basically got the pawpaw fruit, when you learn about his past, and Ginny, and all of those people, you sort of see, it's this is what, up to 100. The amount of darkness and what is interesting with this is so insane. It is something that I'm absolutely interested to see what happens. And with the current conflict, it's how are we going to get out of this? Obviously, I do know some things because I have fully spoiled myself. But knowing wanting to know what's going to happen next is really interesting. Even though I know some of the things, I know the next island, but I'm not going to say it, because pause the episode I would technically cause a spoiler into that one, and I've spoiled myself. I choose that on myself, but I'm not doing the same to you. But yeah, I do think this is really good, and yeah, even though One Piece is really long, this is a series that's definitely worth watching. So yeah, tomorrow's going to be a short one. I'm also going to fully acknowledge that I will be on holiday. A lot of my clip stuff have been done for even months. Some are in the November and December, both are in October, besides one series which, gameplay I've started recently. But so I'm not going to make many clips, but I'm still going to do reviews. I'm still going to do this. So yeah. But I hope you enjoy, and good night.